Alright, let's go on a super long trip to load the car in a trailer.
Whoa.
What do you mean what? Oh. He was in my blind spot. That pillar. Good whoa. Good whoa.
You got a call coming in.
That's alright, they can wait.
Grass is pretty. Wish our yard grass looked like that.
There she blows. This will be the longest drive I take this thing on for probably 60 days. How bad does that suck? Alright. So let's unload. So this is always the fun part, picking up a car, just dealing with some dirty straps. Old Faithful here, Old Faithfuls, keeping the hands clean. I guess this is a good opportunity to say just a couple words about the straps we like to use. They're made by Max. And when I first got this trailer, before I got it, I was doing a lot of research on what the best strapping solution is. And you know, in the perfect world, we would have the rails that are welded to the floor or bolted to the floor. The problem is we deal with so many different width cars and length cars that I would need those literally on the whole floor, and they would be near impossible to keep clean. So these are really the next best option, and they're very good. I have two bags just because I typically take one and just walk it around the back, and then I have one for the front. But the Max, the straps have these fleece liners that help to not scratch up wheels. Of course, it's less than ideal to use these on filthy wheels. And then we have the ratcheting system, which is really great. And the thing I like about the Max ratcheting system, which by the way, Max has not asked me to say any of this. I'm just talking about Max because I think they're great. And when I was first shopping around, I actually ended up on the phone with the owner of the company, and he was helping me figure out what the best solution was for strapping, and we hadn't spent $1 with them, and he spent probably 30 minutes on the phone with me explaining the different options for at least their strapping systems, which I really like. And this is primarily wine. Of course, they have the fleece line straps that we feed through the wheelbarrow, but they have this direct, I think they call this the direct hook, which basically there's not a piece of fabric between the ratcheting system and the hook that will clip onto the D-ring in the floor. Ooh, look at that. There goes I think that's the new X5M. Did you catch any of that on the camera? It had one of those camo wraps on it.
I can look around.
Yeah, it's okay. They ran off. I think they went to the high speed track on the very back side. I was hoping to get a picture of it. I had seen it earlier. But the Max has this direct hook, and what it does is it gives you an even lower profile for strapping in. Actually, not a lower profile. What it does is it moves the ratcheting mechanism, this portion, further away from the body of a car. Because the last thing you want is to be in a position where you have to put this under a car and ratchet. Because then you stand a chance of impacting, part of the car. And you wouldn't want that. But anyways, I love Max. It appears they do business kind of our style too. We're really big on consultations and education, and there's a lot of money that is a lot of money and opportunity cost that we give people that end up ultimately they don't spend any money with us, which is fine. I see it as a cost of doing business, but when I come across another company that does business at same style where they're willing to give you their time, they feel like what they offer, what they sell, kind of sells itself. So they don't feel like they need to make some wild claims, and it's not about here's the menu, pick what you want, get out of my hair. But it's more a matter of creating a nice experience for somebody and giving them the peace of mind that they're getting what they really want. That's appealing to me. So if you need straps, call Max. So Sarah, you were just talking about how you were scared that Daytona Violet was going to be Barney Purple. Does it look Barney Purple?
Nah.
Pretty okay?
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm going to show you a life hack for working with the escape hatch. Save your back a little and you get one corner that you don't have to lay down to get inside the wheel. And that's it. It saves like 10 seconds. Oh, one other thing is if you're going to slide this through a wheel, which you have to get it through, is and this is how I train my guys, is if you're putting them in or taking them out, you don't have your D-ring flopping around metal to metal in a wheel, laid up on top of the fabric, and then it'll slide in without generating any kind of significant wear. when I was looking for a trailer, I considered getting something that was a lot less expensive than this. But the problem was, I don't feel like, without an interior like this, and an all aluminum frame, the escape hatch, the removable fender, without the removable fender, and the stock ride on the M3s, while it's low, it's not as low as most or a lot of sports cars. I mean, it would only be able to be opened this far, and that just would leave way too much margin for error. So that's why I opted to go on and get this guy, because I kind of felt like the juice was worth the squeeze. And ultimately it makes loading and unloading cars so much safer, makes it quicker, so that we can continue to offer that service at a very practical price, as well as for a lot of clients, they get a measure of services that it's included. So it's the ultimate in affordability, because they're going to have the services done anyways. It just saves them the money on the delivery. Got a few logs to put up, but other than that, we're hitting the road. Time to go home.